Okay, good afternoon, everybody. The Iceman here on the Iceman's Return YouTube channel, the man with the plan, the man with the knowledge. And what we're going to do here today was watching some videos about the YWC having no passion. One video by Jekko Knight Wrestling was a very good video. If you haven't checked them out, check them out, Jekko Knight Wrestling at YouTube. Um, and he was talking about going back 2006, 2007, 2008 with YouTube and how YouTube was like the people on there were more passionate as far as doing the wrestling videos. Everybody was competing with one another, trying to get views and whatnot. And it was pretty big in 2009 when I showed up, and there was a lot of people doing wrestling videos, and everybody was trying to get to the top. And he made it a point, you know, uh, also that maybe there's not a lot of passion because there's a lot more people here on YouTube today, and that is possibly true as well. Um, the littler guys like myself may not get noticed, or guys like Jekko Knight Wrestling may not get noticed because there is so many people doing wrestling videos, and your video is hard to come by. And and then he's talking about promoting uh, and whatnot. And you know, he made a lot of sense in what he was talking about. And if you get a chance, watch his video. But I will say this as well. He was also talking about the product not being as good, and and truth to be known, the product of professional wrestling right now is not as good as it was probably in 2008, 2009. It's really hard to judge. I you know I be would really like to know how YouTube and the wrestling community would have been like if YouTube was around and there was internet around back in the Monday Night Wars. I think things would have been through the roof because, with the competition between WCW and the WWF, just made things like just unbelievable. And I don't see those days ever coming back because I don't really see another wrestling promotion really going neck to neck with the WWE. Yeah, a lot of people are saying the WWE is dying. Um, I don't think it's so much dying. I think possibly maybe the passion by Vince McMahon is diminishing a little bit. This man has been going on since he took the company from his father and made it a huge success. And there really is so much you can do. I think Vince has already peaked, and so it's on a decline. And without any formidable competition, uh, you don't need to strive to make your product any better. But I think Vince, like I said, has peaked. I don't know where the company will go once Vince is no longer involved in it. I don't see it having a bright future, honestly. But that's my opinion. But as far as the YWC goes, there is still a lot of passion with a lot of people. We just don't see it because there are so many really good wrestling YouTubers out there that a lot of us don't even know about. We're not even aware of. Um, we have our group of subscribers and subscriptions that we, on a daily basis, will check out to see, what videos they do, and we watch them on a daily basis when they're around. But I've noticed as well, though, the people that I am subscribed to, um, they don't make as many videos as often as they used to, and maybe for them the wrestling product has changed them in such a way that there really isn't a topic really to talk about. And what I try to do is when I watch wrestling, you know I dissect it here and there, and I have a lot of good points about the show, I have a lot of bad points about the show, and I have points where they're just on the borderline. And these leave you with something to talk about. um, I think the YWC, if you want to call it the YWC, one thing you have to understand and this really rings to be true, is when somebody signs up and makes a Google account and makes a YouTube channel. And as far now, this is in wrestling in general. They'll do a search about wrestling YouTubers or a subject and whatnot, and the guys with the most subscribers, a lot of times, I mean, they will pop up. Like Sean's View Entertainment, he's got like 32,000 subscribers. So when a new YouTuber comes on in the wrestling community and they say, oh gosh, Sean's got 32,000 subscribers, I'm going to subscribe to him. This is how channels get bigger, because the bigger you are, the more people want to be subscribed to your channel because they figure it's going to help them out. It's not always the case, but this is what makes a channel even bigger than what it already is. So, I mean, if you type in something and you do a search and Sean's View Entertainment comes up, you'll see that. But little guys like myself and many other channels probably won't even appear nowhere near. I mean, unless you kept, clicking more and more and more, and you may finally come up with, the Iceman's channel or anybody else's channel that is not as big as Sean's View. So in essence, that's one of the biggest things here on YouTube. The bigger channels will get bigger because they always come up when you do a search, and it's it doesn't always ring true in all cases, but the majority of the time it does happen. So, but yeah, I'm enjoying the YWC right now. I do it just for fun and entertainment, and to you make good friends here on YouTube, all around the world, and you sort of like converse back and forth about your opinions on a certain product, a certain show, what you thought about this guy becoming the new champion, what you thought about that guy, and it's very relaxful in most cases if you let it be. And so Juggernaut Night Wrestling, made up had a lot of good points, and he was also talk about fake titles, thumbnails that really have nothing to do with the video. As far as thumbnails go, a lot of people put up the thumbnails just so your face isn't there when you come up to a video, and I do try in my case, to have a thumbnail that's sort of related to the topic that I'm going to be talking about. And like in this video, this is going to be one of those thumbnails that is going to be probably off topic because I'm just talking about the YWC in general and the WWE and all the other promotions. So, any thumbnail I put up really wouldn't, really relate to the video that I'm talking about. But yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there. If you get a chance, check out Juggernaut Night Wrestling here on YouTube. Check out his video about the YWC. It was sort of like a response video to Gemini 888. And, he made a lot of good points in this video. So, again, I've been watching wrestling for a very, very, very long time. And if I've been passionate about watching wrestling for the 35 plus years I've been watching it, it shows you that I still have the passion for the world of professional wrestling. And I know guys like Andre Corbeil feel the same way. Big Ray feel the same way. Obviously, Stevie Breach is a big wrestling fan. Gemini himself. And there's just a lot of us out there that, have really, really watched wrestling for a very long time. And I've seen the good times, I've seen the bad times. And you take the good with the bad, and that's what it's all about. And, watching a product like this past Monday night, I thought Raw was, above average. And I talked about it. There's always something to talk about after watching a show. I was just discussing this with my nephew Matt earlier today. We were talking about pay-per-views, and I told him, Pay-per-views really aren't pay-per-views anymore. Years ago, when we'd watch a pay-per-view, they would have matches on the pay-per-view that you would never see on television. Nowadays, matches on pay-per-views you can see on Raw as well. You know, like the Fatal 4-Way, okay, on Battleground coming up. Reigns, Orton, Kane, and John Cena. We would not see these guys battle the way they do today on TV if they were going to have them on a pay-per-view. That's what they did years ago. I mean, you saw like the champion wrestle a mid-carder or whatnot most of the time, and you wouldn't see him wrestle another superstar like Randy Orton or John Cena or whomever, Triple H, unless it was a pay-per-view. And that's where pay-per-views have changed in recent years. You see the same matches on a pay-per-view that you would see on a Monday Night Raw. So, but there is passion still left. As I can speak for myself. I don't know about everybody else, but I'm sure there's a lot of passion left with everybody else as well. Not all, but a lot of people. And I don't think if there was no passion, then why would they be here? So those are my thoughts. Those are my opinions. Everybody have yourself a great Wednesday. We'll see y'all next time. This is the Iceman. Peace out.